Welcome to SNN News. I'm Spencer Zimmerman. Venezuela's citizens are defenseless because the socialist government has banned all guns. One trait in common among totalitarian governments is to disarm the population with a ban on the private ownership of firearms, something that has been seen over and over again throughout history by socialist and communist dictators in Germany, Russia, China, Cuba, and most recently Venezuela. Following in the footsteps of Hitler, Stalin, and Mao, Venezuela's President Chavez, who imported socialism into the country with the help of Cuban dictator Fidel Castro, in 2012 enacted the Control of Arms, Munitions, and Disarmament Act, and quickly began the process of disarming its citizens by force, seizing arms from 12,500 otherwise law-abiding Venezuelans in the first year. Pro-democracy leaders and gun rights activists vigorously fought the law that clearly betrayed the will of the Venezuelan people, evident in the fact that among the thousands of seizures, only 37 people voluntarily gave up their guns. Socialists had gradually made it more and more difficult for private citizens to obtain arms over the decade prior to the outright gun ban. The process of legally obtaining a firearm permit was costly and involved long wait lines and corrupt officials who would solicit bribes from citizens wanting to speed the process. Once a thriving market before Chavez and the socialists seized power, at the time of the ban, only 8 gun shops existed in Venezuela. The Ministry of Defense was the department allowed to issue licenses, and now only entities of the socialist government are permitted. With the ban in effect, the penalty for possessing a firearm became a 20-year prison sentence. While the ban has disarmed law-abiding Venezuelan citizens, as many as 6 million firearms are available in the black market that caters to criminals, cartels, terrorists, and officers within the socialist government looking to get a bargain. With unemployment massive, record-high inflation, and the economy in ruin, the overwhelming majority of law-abiding people in Venezuela could not afford $250 for a handgun or $500 for an M16. Chavez's successor, Socialist President Nicolas Maduro, has escalated gun control efforts, spending $47 million to further disarm the Venezuelan population. To maintain order amid rising discontent with the socialist regime, Chavez had set up armed groups known as collectivos, government proxies that have killed hundreds of protesters, and the murder rate has soared from 6,500 in 2001, before socialism, to 28,000 in 2015, the highest murder rate in the world, and worse than some war zones.